every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward, fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. High through the rain, through the fire. This is my club, my only desire.
Big up. Yeah, no, I tell you why. Big up to everyone. Just to say, yeah, we were going to go live on X, but apparently it messes with the YouTube algorithm. Apparently, if you do on two different platforms, and I only found this out the other day. It shows how insecure and how volatile YouTube algorithms are. So, yeah, I instead of trying to write that out, I thought just to say it when we start the stream. Oh dear, there you go. Hang on, can I? All right, here's Billy. James, can I hear you? Can you say anything?
Yeah.
I can just wait. Big up to you, Billy, as well. The man, the myth, the myth, the legend is joining us. I tell you one thing, guys. Welcome to the show, everyone. Yes, congratulations to England. You've reached another semi-final. I can see by James's reaction he's cock-a-hoop, or he's just devastatingly tired because he was up all night celebrating. And Billy's still celebrating. Billy's not at home, by the way. He's in some luxury pub somewhere in the posh end of London, celebrating with bottles of champagne and everything. But I'll start with you guys first in England. James, I'll start with you. Are you happy? World Cup semi-finals?
Yeah, I mean, World Cup semi-final, it's always good to get there. I'm just not convinced that we're going to get much further. But hey, I said that when we played Mexico. I said it last night when we played Norway. So I'm just going to keep saying it. I just can't see us getting much further. I can't see us beating Argentina, and we'll beat Argentina. And I'll say I can't see us beating France, and we'll beat France. So, or Spain, can't discount the Spanish. They could cause a bit of an upset and beat France. But no, it's good. It's good for the players. It's good for the nation. I'm pleased. I'm pleased for the nation and for the players out there. It's grand, but we've just not been convincing. And like at the end of the game, in the interview with Thomas Tuchel, where he said we are happy, and even Thomas Tuchel said, "No, I'm not happy." So, yeah, not happy with the level of performances, but yeah, pleased that we've managed to get there.
Yeah, I mean, Billy, look, it's great you got to your second semi-final in sort of 3 World Cups. You did in 2018, quarterfinal, semi-final. So you're becoming a bit more consistent, I must admit, reaching these latter stages than you were when I was a young lad, because every time England got to a major tournament, if they got out the group stage, it was celebrated. How did you think England played last night? I didn't think they played particularly well, but I call Jude Bellingham the Maradona of the England squad. And he's doing what Maradona did with Argentina back in '86. Can you see I probably is massive, not the same, but can you see where I'm coming from? Yeah, can't hear you, Billy. Can't hear you, bud. See, ever since I had to go to Talk Sport, they've been playing with our mics. So I'm blaming Talk Sport now.
Is that working?
Right.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
All right.
What do you think
to be honest,
last night, bud?
England were essentially saved by Jude Bellingham in a big way. I think I think he's possibly, maybe if he's not the best, I think he's top 2 or top 3 best players at this World Cup so far, along with Messi and Mbappe. I thought England struggled with Norway, particularly in the second half of normal time. When they went 2-1 up, I think Norway kind of gave up a bit, and then obviously Haaland going off at half time was massive for England, as it would be for any team, you know. Haaland going off really saved us, I think, in some ways. But yeah, it wasn't really impressive us. And I think, you know, it's great that we're in a semi-final, but if you look at it, you know, we've beaten Dr. Congo, Norway and Mexico to get to a semi-final. So the real test comes now. If they beat Argentina, then suddenly you think, now this is proper, because I think all the 3 teams that we've beaten, you'd expect England to beat anyway. So it's good that we've got here. I'm not going to, you know, deny that. It's a big achievement, particularly with the way Jude Bellingham is playing. But this is the real test now, and it's interesting, isn't it? For the first time that I can remember, the top 4 teams in the world are in the semi-final in that order. So top 4 ranking teams of the semi-final. So it's expected, you know. But still, you have to be buzzing with it, because, you know, when I was growing up, I think it's funny that the golden generation of England, you know, you look at that team, Beckham, Lampard, Scholes, Gerrard, we never did anything like this with those players. And now we've found a way to do it consistently with arguably just a couple of superstars in Kane and Bellingham. So I'm very happy, but I think the real test comes from Argentina. And to be honest, I haven't seen much of Argentina that I'm scared of. I'm more scared of the 2 teams on the other side of the draw in France and Spain, to be honest with you. I don't think England will beat either of those. But I think they've got a good chance against Argentina.
I think you do. I mean, look, James, in my opinion, look, I watched the England game. I've watched you all the way through. As Billy says, I haven't been overly convinced with England, to be fair. But you've won, and you're there. You win the semi-final, then it's in the lap of the gods now, isn't it? Anyone at the 4 teams can win. I've looked at Argentina, and they've been pretty boring, apart from Messi. Cape Verde took them nearly all the way. They nearly last night as well. I want to talk about that sending off, which wasn't a sending off. How the hell did that Swiss player get sent off when? Yeah, he did. He didn't dive. He did run into your man, so the momentum that fell over. The standard of refereeing, James, and the standard of refereeing against certain nations, does that worry you a little bit going into this semi-final with Argentina? That FIFA may be construction what they want, which is an Argentina-France final.
I mean, is it possible? Is it something that you can? Would I put it past FIFA? Absolutely not. I wouldn't. I've seen the sending off. I think it's a very, very harsh sending off. And I don't understand why VAR got involved. I don't think it's a clear and obvious error. And that was VAR's mandate. It's got to be clear and obvious. And I don't think it was clear and obvious. And I just think Argentina got away with one. Because at that point in the game, Switzerland were on the ascendancy. So, and it kind of changed the entire dynamic of the game. So, yeah, I don't think it was a sending off. I don't think it was a second bookable offence. There was contact between the players. The player looked like he was losing his balance anyway, or he was anticipating the touch from the player. And yeah, that's just my opinion on the matter.
I agree. He was looking for the foul. He was touched. He didn't fall over by himself, Billy. If the referee hadn't booked him, VAR wouldn't have got involved. Switzerland would have got a free kick, and Switzerland still would have had 11 people on the pitch. I'm looking at it last night, and it's a very divisive subject because there's people thinking, yes, he dived. It was clear he was diving. He needs to be booked and sent off, which I agree with as well. If you are diving as a player, I think you have to be called out for it. I think you have to be booked. But what was your thoughts on it last night? And it did swing the game. It swung the game massively in Argentina's favour. And I didn't think Argentina looked that impressive last night, if I'm being honest.
No, I don't either. To be honest, I think it's good in general that FIFA are trying to get, stamp out dive-in. I think the harsh punishment is good for the game in general, because hopefully it'll lead to less dive-in.
I agree.
I think it's a bit different when you're in a World Cup quarter-final and it's 50-50. And to be honest with you, I've only seen it once. I haven't seen. I missed the game last night. So I can't really comment on that specific incident. But I think in general, I think it's good that they're trying to stamp out dive in. What I was interested to see what you guys think of the Jed Spence incident. For me, that's a clear penalty. And
I thought it was.
Yeah, and I
thought it was.
Again, apparently they're trying to stop this thing that any contact is now foul or whatever. Which I agree. Again, I agree with that in general. But I thought. Jed Spence is just trying to move his leg over to protect the ball, and then an attacker's gone into him and fouled him. So, yeah, it's a bit strange, this World Cup, isn't it? There seems to be, and I wonder what you guys think of the Haaland one as well. I think that was probably the right decision generally, because I do think Haaland pushed him, and it's the same as what we had a goal ruled out last season for, isn't it? For Milani on Gabriel. So yeah, it's just big decisions, and not massively. Impressed with the overall refereeing in the last few games, particularly in Argentina games. But I think the new rules are in general trying to make a good difference, but I'm not sure people are applying them well at the moment.
No, I agree with that. I mean, I do understand what TS Sachs man is saying. He says, look, I do great simulations to get another player booked, yellow card. Fair enough. It was clear player originally booked. Yes, he was booked before he got second.
Can you just tell me, did the Argentina player get a yellow card then, and then it got reversed?
Yeah. So the foul happened.
Yeah.
However, it came about.
This is a mistaken identity thing, isn't it? That they keep talking about.
It is.
Yeah.
He got booked. There was a free kick given, and the point is, if he hadn't have booked him, he would have carried on. VAR wouldn't have got involved. And that's the thing. The referee should have said, well, if I'm not sure, then I'm not going to give a free kick. I'm going to let play continue. Because if you're not 100% sure, then you can't give the foul. You can't give the free kick. I think refereeing standard in this World Cup has been really poor. I think VAR has been run badly as well in some games. I think some teams have got more favourable decisions than other teams. I do agree with the Haaland one last night, Billy and James. I think you both agree that was a free kick for the goal taken out was right. I think Jed Spence, James, I think that was a penalty as well. But I've seen them given and I've seen them not given. So it's a 50-50, that one. And also the first goal, was it Bellingham's second goal where it supposedly hit the wire on the camera over the pitch. Now, VAR said that the chips inside the ball, no movement was taken. So that's why the goal was allowed to stand. What's your views on that as well?
I'll be honest with you, Dermo, I haven't seen that one. I will go up and have a look at that one. I'll quickly touch base on the two incidents from the England game. For Jed Spence, I think Jed is well within his rights to move his leg there, because given his position, he could have been trying to pivot to try and get the shot away as well. So I think that was wrongly overturned. And the Haaland push on Anderson. Now, what? Did Haaland put hands on? Absolutely, he put hands on Anderson, 100%. Did Anderson go down a little too easy? I think he's been very cute with it. I think he's been very, very cute with it. He's felt a little push and he's gone down. And the thing that makes me think he's being very cute with it is the way, as soon as he's going backwards, his arms are out. As soon as he's felt that push, he's going backwards and his arms are out. So I think it's 6 to 1 and half a dozen the other. I think the goal was correctly ruled out because there is a foul there is a push, and by the letter of the law, the push is the push, and that's a free kick. So, but I think Anderson sort of played that one very cute, but rightfully disallowed. And with regards to the wire one, Dermot, I haven't seen it. How if I can't understand how if it's hit the wire, the ball hasn't moved, because if something hits something, inertia states that it's going to move. But
there's a chip inside the ball now that it's a bit like cricket. Do you know with cricket, guys, they go to a decision and they want to see if the ball's hit the bat? I think it's for leg before wicket or something like that. They have something in there that makes a noise that allows them to see if the ball has hit the bat. There's something within the ball now that gives them a reading if the ball has been hit by anything other, a foot or whatever. It can come up. I mean, Billy, we touched lastly on England, then I will get your score predictions for Thursday or Wednesday. With Tuchel saying after the game, and James did bring this up earlier about England weren't good enough. You had Bellingham sort of come back and saying whatever. You had Harry Kane agreeing with him. Do you think it's good for an England team and in England to have these egos in the side that they're pushing each other? It's like having the United side of the past under Fergie or under Mourinho, or maybe us under Poch, or maybe under our Europa winning side under Ange, where we're all pushing against each other. But it's, do you agree with that, or do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing? I can't hear you, Billy. Yeah, just want to say, listen, Chris, we will get on with the Tottenham news. I wanted to start with England because both lads are English and I wanted to get their views on. They're both about the chance, so give us a minute. We will get on to the Tottenham news. There actually isn't a lot about, just a lot of rumours, and we talked about it last week. I think we will get on with it.
I think the two shall interview. I don't know what's going on the microphone. Sorry, TalkSport have got us done again.
Yeah, they did.
I think the Tuchel interview was really good because England didn't play well, as you know, we've all said today. I liked hearing that from Tuchel. It shows that, that's the biggest result of his England career by miles, and he's still not happy. That's a good thing. I also like Jude's interview, saying that he doesn't agree with it, and he said whatever, didn't he? That personality is what makes Jude Bellingham, isn't it? That's his character. What I didn't like was ITV trying to stir between Tuchel and Bellingham, and I don't think ITV actually gave Bellingham a fair representation of what Tuchel said. He just said, he said we can play better. He didn't say we were terrible or anything like that. And then they're trying to stir between Bellingham. And now, going into the semi-final, it's going to be a big story. So England have to ignore all that nonsense that's trying to, it's just so typical. I don't know if it's the same in Ireland. I don't know if it's the same in any countries where people are watching this around the world. But English media just try and hammer the English team. Like, what is going on there? Why are they trying to do it? Why are they trying to stir?
We don't do that over here.
Yeah.
We're not like that over here. We're 3 days before behind the team.
We're 3 days before the biggest game, of all of our lifetimes. Since England have not been in the final since 1966. So the semi-final is the biggest game in most of our lifetimes. I think they're trying to stir stuff up. You had an England journalist in summer saying Jude Bellingham shouldn't even be in the squad. You got Jed Spence being hammered by the media left, right, and centre. Like, I don't know why the media is constantly trying to belittle the England team or cause drama. I know why the answer is. It's to get more clicks and get people to go and view it and like it and share it, and it's rage baiting the nation. But journalism should be more than that. You know what I mean? It's just frustrating.
I agree.
But I absolutely love Jude Bellingham and wouldn't change him for the world. I think why he does that is why he is who he is.
Score prediction for Thursday, Billy?
I think it'll go to penalties. I I really do.
I feel sorry for you guys.
I think 1-1 and penalties, and then it's whoever wins on pens.
Yeah. James, what are you going for Wednesday, Bob? What's your score prediction? And then we'll get on with some Tottenham news.
Like I said, I've bet against. Well, not betted against them. I've gave my score predictions as always England losing, And I've got the same scoreline on pretty much every one as well. Like when we faced Mexico, I said it was 3-1 Mexico. When we faced Norway, I said 3-1 Norway. So I'm going to say 3-1 Argentina and watch England win.
So you're not superstitious then, James, in any way, shape, or form, then, are you?
No,
No. Doesn't come across like that, to be fair. But no, if you say you're not, I believe you. I'll take it at face value. Right, let's talk about Tottenham. It's been a quiet week, lads, at Spurs, which is quite, we're getting a bit of withdrawal symptoms from all these big signings. I'll start with you, Billy, because I know time is short with you, and then James, I'll come to you in a minute. Do you think everything's going to stay quiet now to after the World Cup, Billy? Do you think it's going to stay sort of players are coming back? We know we're after the Bournemouth player, Kuta Jr. We know we're still talking about Savinio. We might be still talking with Raphael Leone from AC Milan. Apparently tonight as well, Tottenham Hotspur are, where is it? There's rumours that Ferran Torres is the latest Tottenham are looking at, the Barcelona forward. Where's your gut feeling with next week? Is it going to be more busy or quiet to this World Cup's over, do you think?
No, I think we'll get some. I have a feeling we'll get some news drop tomorrow or Tuesday. I just have a feeling. Yeah. I don't think it's going to quiet down, to be honest. I think they're going to try and get something over the line as soon as possible. I think they're going to try and get the striker and the winger before the World Cup players come back for pre-season, because that's when pre-season really kicks off. So I don't know if you've just seen what's going on Twitter at the moment, literally as we talk, is Spurs have apparently inquired for Nico Williams. And by Nico Williams, don't get too excited. I don't mean the Spanish one. I mean the Forest one. So apparently we're going for Nico, not the Spanish one. I have to say that. No, we're going for the Forest one, which I think would be an interesting move, because that might spell the end of Jed Spence, which would be sad for me. I just want to keep Spence, to be honest with you. I really don't want Spence to go. But I would love tomorrow to wake up to some big croupy news. That'd be brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, James, look, Jed Spence, I think he's had a great World Cup. Will do for Tottenham. I don't want them sold either. You look at the other players we're linked with, the Bournemouth player, the AC Milan player. We're still talking about Savinio. There is even questions here. We've got one here from Mohammed. He said, nice, smoothly moved from Spurs. Thank you very much. So my question is about De Zerbi. Will he stay or he would be getting to 2 or 3 months treatment? I mean, we know De Zerbi's a very erratic manager. And we know he doesn't stay long everywhere he is, James. The longest I think he did stay was at Brighton. What's your views on De Zerbi? I think, for me, he's earned himself a season for what he did for us last season. I think he's got a lot of credit in the bank now. But with the amount of players we're buying in, is he now under pressure to get off to a really good start when there's away to Brentford and start the season?
I mean, there's always going to be pressure there for any manager, but the same is going to be said for Maresca at Man City, Iraola at Liverpool, even Carrick at Man United, because they've given him the job permanently now. So it's there's that. So look, I don't think he's going to be under pressure, but I think if Spurs don't get off to a flying start, he'll be scrutinised a lot, and it can quite very quickly turn sour. I think, I mean, I don't think he'll be given 2 to 3 months. I think the board will probably give him. I mean, depending on how we'd have to be having a catastrophic sort of start to the first half of the season for the board to sack him. In my opinion, he is, like you said, Dermo. He is erratic. He can bounce jobs, and he was with Brighton for the longest sort of spell. But I think he's been given. I think with us getting him, when we got him, I believe he was given so many assurances with regards to the transfers that the club were going to make, what power he has and what he doesn't have, or what influence he has. So I think I think he'll stick around. I think he could be with us for 2 or 3 years. I I do know that there is talks of Pochettino extending his contract with the US
Mm.
men's national team. Um, so I don't think Poch is readily going to become available. And look, I love Poch, and I'd love to have Poch back. Don't get me wrong, but let's give De Zerbi a fair crack at whip here. Um,
I,
and
I, I agree, James.
if he doesn't start great, let's be
Mm.
honest. Um, if it doesn't start great, we've not got to panic. We,
No, I
we
mean,
are doing it.
I agree. I
It's
agree with you.
big squad overhaul we're going through.
I mean,
Um,
Billy, look, I agree with a lot what James says. And look, we all need to get behind De Zerbi. He's a manager who kept us up, and I'm buzzing for the new season. Can't wait. I'm counting down the day to the 23rd of July when we play our first pre-season game at home to Milton Keynes Dons. I can't wait to cover that. I can't wait for pre-season. I can't wait for the season. I can't wait for more transfers. Can't wait for deadline day when me and James go on YouTube for about 9 hours of our lives. We won't be wasting it this year because Tottenham will have all their transfers done. We can sit there and chill out and watch the rest of the Premier League run around like headless chickens trying to get a bit of business done. I can see James is already getting excited now for it. He's there making his odds right. What do I need? That lots of coffee. I mean, with Tottenham, I mean, how excited, Billy, are you what we've done for? But how excited are you for what we got to come? Because as I said, we are linked with Sevilla. We are linked with Rafael Leon facing Milan. We are linked with the Bournemouth forward as well. There's talk about we have been in contact with Vadovic. How excited about what else is going to come down the line? Because it's very exciting at the moment, isn't it? It's new, it's exciting, and it really is something really different to what we've ever been used to before.
Yeah, I'm very excited. You know, it's good to be at the beginning of the window, and know that we only really need a couple more signings to get over the line. I'll probably just about take it if we've got a left wing and a striker. In fact, I will definitely take that. You know, most other clubs are haven't really started doing business yet, so it's good news. I mean, if you're following what's going on at Newcastle at the moment, you'd be absolutely furious. So they've just been hijacked again. And now, funnily enough, they've been hijacked by Aston Villa, of all people. So they didn't, as we speak, just been hijacked. So, you know, their window's been terrible. They could be in big trouble next season at this rate. They really could. Most Tottenham are on the ascendancy. So, you know, you've got to be happy with it. You've got to be happy. I'm really excited to see Tonali and Fernandes. Two massive signings. I think if we got Krupi, he's one that I play that I really, really, really love to sign. I think it would be an absolutely unbelievable window. If we get Krupi in a left winger, it's just, you know, you could barely imagine a better window. So yeah, it's exciting times. We've still got big work to do because I think our biggest problem is our forward line. So there's still big holes in the squad. Until we address that, I'm going to be worried. But you have to be absolutely delighted with the start that we've made. And you just look around the Premier League. You know, Man United had a big transfer fall through last week. Chelsea done very little. Man City have signed one player. Liverpool signed a couple of players. You know, no big names. So Arsenal haven't signed anybody yet, and they've sold Trossard. So, and they've got, you know, Saka and Rice potentially injured. So we're in a good position. So we've got to celebrate it so far. But at the same time, we have to get these. I'm just reading that comment in the chat there. I do not want Alexander Sorloth. Thank you. No thanks. No thank you. That would make it a 0 out of 10 window after yesterday. What was he doing there? Not putting Haaland in, by the way. What was that?
I don't know. I really do not know. I mean, look, if you look at it, James, right? You look at the signings we've made, and you look. We even linked with Gakpo of Liverpool, Rashford of Manchester United. We know Chelsea player. He's up. He's been made available to Chelsea. I'm not saying go and get him, but there's a lot of players. Even after the World Cup, there's a lot of players that are being made available. But one thing that we've done, James, is we've gone out and done our business early. We've done it
We
early.
have.
We've got what we want. James is right. Billy is right. We need a left winger. We need a striker. Do we need somebody in the right as well? Do you think? Do a complete
No,
front way, or
no.
do you think on the right we're signed? And
I
also,
think we're all right on the right.
so it's on the
Right.
left and the left side. So who do you want to go for on the left? I know Gappo. Liverpool don't want to sell Gappo, but I think the right price he will go. I would love a Bournemouth striker as well. That Billy's say, I forget his name. Keep forgetting his name. Koopy
Junior
Jr.
Cooper.
Yeah.
Junior Cooper.
So where are you
So-
going with it, bud?
What I would like is, yes, we need a striker. We desperately need a striker. I really want us to start pulling the Vlahovic strings a little bit more. But from what I'm understanding is that because we're interested in Junior Krupe and we're interested in Savinio and Rafael Leao, the Vlahovic deal is dependent on Richie being sold. So they want to sell Richie to then create, because if you got to think, if we keep Richie, if Richie stays, I'm not saying we want to keep him, but if Richie stays, Dom stays, we then bring in Rafael, Junior Krupe, and then you think, okay, then you bring in Dusan Vlahovic. That gives us 4 strikers for a 1-striker system where we're playing. We're going to be playing 1 to 2 games a week because we've got no European football next season. And the only time we'll pick up 2 games a week is if we've got midweek Carabao Cup, FA Cup games. And you don't really start picking them up until you start going sort of later into those competitions. So it's not going to be straight from the bat. So having 4 strikers for 1-striker system, it doesn't make much sense. And I don't even think Vlahovic would come on the understanding that he could be not playing week in, week out. So for me, I'd like to see Richie sold, Richie gone. I would like to see the Junior Cooper deal sort of take a step forward because Bournemouth right now are adamant that they're not wanting to sell. And if Bournemouth, if we go to Bournemouth and we take 80 million, 85 million, whatever, or 75 million, and Bournemouth don't come back and say no, if Bournemouth come back and say no, he is not for sale, we've got to move on, and we've got to move on quickly, and then let's then go and pull on the Vlahovic string. I keep seeing the news reports that Spurs are going to want to sign Muani back, and it was quite funny. But the article was actually I've read a lot from the French media that say that Spurs want to sign Muani, but this one was it was actually an English one, an English article, and it was that PSG are not happy with the speed that Juventus are working at, and they want the deal done quicker because they want the money to be able to go out and sign some players. So it's media trying to drive Juventus into.
Well, isn't that the thing as always, James, isn't it? Isn't that the job of the media to drive these transfers for it? If a player's trying to go from A to B, so why can we not use another club to drive up the price for us that we get a better deal at the end of the day? So the club and the media are sort of, especially if you're PSG, you're going to use the media, aren't you? You're going to use it to your advantage.
Yeah, but
if you've got links to that media
as well.
Yeah, and if you say to him, if you're going to say to him, okay, well, look, say to a reporter, look, Tottenham are in for Morani, right? Yeah, this is what's happened. They print it. Juventus are going to think, oh, Jesus, we better get this deal over the line. And do you know what? If we did sign Morani, I don't think that would be the worst deal in the world, James. I really don't, because I think we never really played him in his proper position. We always played him on the wing. He is a striker, for Christ's sake. So we never really played him down the middle. I know, Billy, you're short on time, so just want to get your bits if you're okay for 5 more minutes. Or on Morani, James made a very good point that PSG are probably using the media to get a better deal for Morani to go to Juventus. Is there any other striker out there that you've got your eye and you think, I want him at Tottenham? Apart from the Bournemouth one, is there anything else you've got your eye on?
I completely agree with James. I think that's exactly what's going on with PSG. It's just an easy story for them to make because, we had them last year. And Juventus, they want to get more price out of Juventus. I'd be interested in Vlahovic on a free transfer, for sure. I think that could be an interesting one. To be honest, there's no one out there that really screams to me, other than Krupi, who's like, that's the one we've got to go and sign. Because I think a lot of the good strikers went last season, didn't they? You had like Isak move, Sesko move, Gyökeres move, they had Ekitike move, Waltemada move. A lot of big strikers moved last summer, so there's not a massive market. So I think Vlahovic I would like. I think Ferran Torres might be going to PSG, mightn't he? But he's a really good player.
Yeah, I think it's been confirmed. It's not been confirmed, fully announced, but I think it's sort of like it's pretty much done and dusted. What do you think of the young American striker, Billy?
I would take him all day, I'll be honest with you. I was really impressed with the World Cup. I think he'd be a good. I think he scored 18 goals for Monaco last season, and obviously because he's English, I know he's American, but he's born in England. It's a very complicated story. He's English, but he was born in America. Apparently, because his mum was about to take a flight to England, back home to England, but she was too pregnant, so they didn't let her fly, and then she had the baby. So he's kind of half English, half American. I think it's interesting because of the Arsenal thing. You might want to prove them wrong. Some people say, would you want to come to Tottenham if he came through the academy at Arsenal? But maybe because they let him go, he wants to prove them wrong. So that would be interesting. And
somebody else did that, didn't they?
Yeah.
That become very famous to us. Yeah. I wonder who that could be.
I thought Eze might want to try and do that as well, but he ended up doing the opposite. So I hope we don't get Eze again. I mean, there's not loads of strikers out there. I have to say, like as Mohamed's saying there, we might need to, a couple of strikers, but there's not loads out there. There's not loads. Balogun, I would definitely take all day long.
Oh, I would. I mean, I thought he had a good World Cup, and I really felt for him when he got used as a pawn with the sending off. There is another thing out there, and I wonder, James, if you can confirm this. I'm not sure if I'm getting this right. It's the buyback clause within Harry Kane's contract.
Yes.
Now, we know it was a certain amount last year, and there'd be a certain amount this year. Is it 52 million if Tottenham were to activate that buyback clause?
It's about that. Yeah. It's not. I think it's a little bit less, but it's not much less. I think it's sort of like 51 and a bit. It's 52 million.
Right. So here's my sort of delusional quote of the window so far. And I know everyone's going to be throwing stuff at the tellies at the moment. Dermo, you've lost the plot. Are you drinking? Would it be worth a sneaky bid to see if Harry Kane wants to come back to Tottenham?
I mean, yes.
I hear silence is just everyone's dog's dropped by my question.
I think it's the stupidest question that you've ever asked me, Dermo. Of course, it'd be worth throwing a bid in to see if he'd come back. I can't see it happening. I know Bayern have open talks with his camp about a new contract.
Yeah.
So
I know that. What about you, Billy?
You know what I think, right? Is that I don't think it's got no chance of happening this summer. But if we somehow manage to get like a top 4 finish next season and we do well on the Deserbi, that's the time where you got to say, look, Harry Kane, we'll literally give you £500,000 a week. Come back and win the Premier League with us. So that's what.
Yeah. 2 years. We'll give you 2-year contract on 500 grand. Give him the Neymar contract.
Yeah.
Who made his
I've
last
got
contract?
to run, lads. But on that note, let's sign Harry Kane next summer and let's win the league with him next year.
See there, I'm going to clip that. I'm going to clip that, Billy. I'm going to put that everywhere now.
And when we win the league in 2 years' time, you can bring it back.
I can bring it back. You see, I told you Billy was right. Billy, listen, we'll see you during the week, bud.
See you in the week, guys.
We'll see you during the week, guys. Do get over and follow Billy on X as well, of Billy Lower Class T over there, a new member of this channel and a great addition to the channel as well, isn't it, James? He knows his stuff. Yeah. He's a very loyal. He goes to Tottenham, season ticket holder, does a lot for change for Tottenham. Now, I want to say something to you, James, right? That we're having a debate tomorrow night. I got into a bit of a debate on another channel the other night. And I really didn't mean to come out as it came out. I meant I was praising Billy for the work he's done with change for Tottenham. And it came out completely wrong. And it came out absolutely not right at all. But it sparked a debate on ownership. And it sparked a debate on ultras. And it sparked a debate on do owners don't care about fans anymore. Hence, I'm doing it tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, with Jess, Stacey, and I think Josh is joining as well from the girls over there. Josh as well as a Man United fan. If you're available, James, do you know, I don't need to say to you, but you know what I mean. It'd be a good debate to get on. Do you know what I'm getting at? Sorry. Me staying up all night watching Argentina and getting about 5 hours sleep does not work with me very hard. I'm too old now. I can't pull these all-nighters anymore. So we're having that discussion tomorrow night. But the point I was trying to make was, you look at the other clubs that are moaning about Tottenham at the moment, James, and the way we're spending, and it's really starting to grip me. Hence, I did the video the other night on Talk Sport, and I cannot believe the numbers, and I cannot believe the likes it's got. Thank you so much for everyone that did like and shared that stream. We are so indebted to you. It really has, and it's proved quite popular, that stream. Where you on it, bud? Where you on with this anti-Tottenham shite? And also fans with our own fan base criticising our own players because they're not good enough. Where you on that as well? Because Jed Spencer's come under an awful lot of heat. I don't think it's right. He shouldn't be. I think he should be applauded for his performances for England. I think he's a very good defender. And somebody mentioned it to me the other day. Jed Spencer's the type of player that chills out and relax. Do you know what I mean? He's not super. He's contented with life. Do you know he's a Premier League football for a top 6 club? He's happy. Why are you on the fans giving these players a hard time and saying, do you know, sausage, this player I want this player out of my club, he's no good, and or that? Where are you on it? Because I think Jed Spence is a good player, but why do some fans don't like him? I don't get it. I really don't get it.
I think it's I think sometimes, I'm not saying all the times, only sometimes, when he's on the pitch, he has, I'm not going to say, he's very much like Haaland is. Like, you see Haaland, he'll sort of walk about, he doesn't sort of track and run and chase until that ball is played towards him, and then when he does, he comes to life. And I think Jed Spence is like that. Now, Haaland can get away with it because he's a focal point. He's a striker. He can get away with that. Whereas when Jed Spence does it and he's sauntering about and he's not tracking back, or he's not engaging, or he's not driving the attacks forward, I think that's where people get frustrated with Jed. We've seen him do it a couple of times, and Tuchel called him out on it.
No, that's true.
He's like a tactical attitude. So, and when he's come on, the last couple of games. He came on against Mexico. He came on against Norway. He really came on and changed sort of was really hustling and really working. I think Jed had a great game when he came on. I mean,
Yeah, he did.
he probably got a good hour of football in him last night. Probably came on around about the 60th minute mark and really sort of changed the attacking impotence of the left hand side. Because when Anthony Gordon went off from that left hand side, we didn't look as threatening. There was nobody sort of driving forward, and then Jed went in, and he was really driving forward down that wing. So,
Mm.
I think sometimes criticism is warranted, but sometimes it's counterproductive, and it's people just criticizing a player because they can, because he's an easy target.
Yeah,
And
I agree. I mean,
go on.
I agree. I really agree with that. But also, if you think about it, I think Jen Spence is a better wing back than he is a fullback. And I
Yes.
think next season we will start with 3 at the back. And I think we will. We'll start with 3 centre backs with Porro on one wing. Maybe Robinson will get ahead of your doggy on the other. So you'll have Robinson on Porro, you'll have Spence and your doggy as backups. I think in the middle you'll have Van Heckel, Sensei, and Mickey van der Ven. Now, the Romero debate keeps rumbling on. Is he going? Is he staying? We also got the Lucas Bergveld. This is from Team Talk. A little bit in news that Tottenham are standing firm as Nottingham Forest open talks to sign 50 million rated one-way start Lucas Bergveld. Where are you on Bergveld? Because I look at our midfield, right? It's very stacked at the moment, James. We've got Tonali, we've got Fernandez, we've got Archie Gray, we've got Bergveld as well, we've got Bentancur as well. Papa Sarr as well. We know Papa Sarr could be on the move to where was it? Was it Brentford? Was it Brentford he was linked with?
Yeah,
I think it was Brentford
it was
he was linked with.
He's also been linked with Dortmund.
Yeah,
Dortmund
we know, but we know Bergville's
and
linked with Nottingham
club.
Forest. Yeah, we know Bergville's linked with Nottingham Forest. We know Bissouma's contract, he left at his contract's end. So if you're looking at the midfield we've got now, I think the 3 players that are probably surplus to requirements are probably Sarr and Bentancur. I will probably move them 2 on and keep Bergville and Gray with a Tonali, with a Fernandez. Or would you keep another one? Would you keep a Bentancur around? What would you do? Because we need to start shifting some of these players now, James, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. I mean, what you've also got to think is you've got Conor Gallagher as well.
Yeah, that's right.
I think you shift on Bentancur, you shift on Patsar, so that would give you keep Gray, you keep Bergvall, you've got Tonali and you've got Fernandez, and you've got Gallagher as sort of like your older head as well to sort of cement. And I think five central midfielders is perfect squad depth.
Yeah.
For 2 or 3 positions, having 5 perfect squad depth.
We will do this before the start of the season. Me and James will do a tactical show on Tottenham. I'll try to find some tactical board that we can use. We'll set up a Tottenham team as well. And we'll try to give you a De Zerbi sort of crash course on De Zerbi ball and what that means moving forward. So we will organise that in the next week or so. Maybe this time next week we will do it. Well, not this time next week because it'll be the World Cup final. And England may be there and the whole of England would have shut down. into little
Yeah.
bonkers. Watching England trying to win a trophy they keep banging on about for 60 years. I am saying that tongue in cheek, James, because Ireland haven't qualified. I know. Somebody tells me for the umpteenth time, I know we haven't qualified. I'm jealous. I'll admit it. I am jealous you're at the World Cup and I'm not. But anyway, I'm going to put aside my jealousy that you're at the World Cup. Jealousy.
You're right there, man.
Yeah, that little old Scotland can qualify for a World Cup and we can't. Yeah, I've got past the anger. I haven't really, have I? I need to go.
No.
I need to go and talk to somebody else.
Get it out. Get it all out there, man. Come on. Therapeutic. Rant it out. Rant it out.
Yeah, I don't think nobody wants to hear my rant about Irish soccer in the Republic of Ireland at the moment. That will come, but not now. Pre-season starting very soon. It starts on the 23rd. James, are you happy with our pre-season games we got mapped out?
Yeah. I think we've got some challenging fixtures in there, and I'm looking forward to seeing how De Zerbi is going to integrate these players together. And I think the good thing is they're going to be together for most of the pre-season. All the players, barring Jed, Pedro, barring Jed, Porro. I mean, Romero is probably leaving anyway. Yeah, everyone's gonna be there pretty much from the get-go. I know there's a few players coming back who've been out at the World Cup who are going to be coming back a bit later, but while they get their summer break, but the majority of the players are going to be there from the start, and it'll be good to see how he gets them sort of playing together and things like that. I can see probably the most challenging game is probably going to be against Chelsea, because even though it's a friendly, there's no friendlies between us. And I think it will definitely be a big test. I just hope that we have finished 90% of our transfer business before the start of the window, before the start of the season. I can see probably the deal that will probably be still being talked about over deadline day, and probably the one deal we'll be following closely at deadline day. Well, maybe two, unless he gets another club. So it'll be the Vlahovic deal,
and
unless he's got and Savinho,
yeah.
Mohammed, I see your comment there. You said that we didn't actually sign Polinia. I completely understand why you said. I think he was a good servant for us, but he doesn't fit. He does not fit how De Zerbi's going to have it set up.
No,
he don't. He
no,
won't
I
fit.
agree.
And what you've got to understand is, and a lot of people will be confused, and like I say, we can touch on this when we do our when we go into it more, like discussing De Zerbi ball and things like that. Is the Tottenham we saw when De Zerbi came and took over, that wasn't Tottenham playing De Zerbi ball. That was De Zerbi simplifying everything to get the players just to play and to try and get them to win some football games. And it worked. It worked. We did enough to stay in the Premier League. But that wasn't De Zerbi ball. So and Pelini wouldn't have fit into a system.
No. I do agree
Uh,
with him with here as well, James. That he did say, I understand, but a traditional number 6 late in the game doesn't know. That's why we bought Tonali to do that job. That's Tonali sort of central midfield run, sort of covers both. Palhinha for me, right? If we really wanted him, we would have got him straight away. But the
yeah,
longer it went on, James, the longer it went on, the longer we knew. And I do you know what the most player I'm looking forward to watching this year? And Archie
go on.
Gray. Archie Gray.
Yeah,
I think he will develop head over heels under De Zerbi. I think he
yeah.
really will. I think he
And
will.
I think Archie Gray is the number 6 that comes in and sort of for the last 10, 15 minutes.
Mm,
And I think he grows into that position then. And
yeah, I agree.
I think that's how De Zerbi will use Archie Gray this season. And I think the reason why Bergvall's got his kind of his arse in his hand, but I'm proud of Spurs for sticking by the guns by saying he's not for sale and we're not selling him, we're not entertaining any offers.
Mm.
So I think that what you'll see Bergvall doing is you'll have sort of your Tonali, and then he'll rotate out with Gray. You'll have Fernandez, and Bergvall will rotate with him. And then you've got
Well, you got Bentancur then as well, haven't you, in that sort of
yeah,
mix as well?
you have, and you've got Gallagher as well, but you can sort of bounce about between them
Mm.
two. But I just think that yeah, and then you're going to have, like I say, it depends who we sign up front. It
It
really
does.
does.
And I mean that is the big question. But guys, we're going to leave it there. I tell you why, because I've got a quiz to go to, and I want to go. I want to watch this as a World Cup quiz. But that is the link down below. It's for JSY Talks Football. Do get over there. I'm redirecting you guys that are watching this. Can you please go over to JSY Talks Football, put in THFC Raid when you go into the chat so she knows that's for me to you. I don't normally redirect, and Jess doesn't like normally redirect, but because they've been very good to me over the summer, they've been very good for me. But we start the podcast, which people are enjoying. And also, she's been very helpful behind the scenes as well, and got to know me and Derval quite well as well. So they're very good friends, and that she runs a brilliant channel, a channel you need to check out, James, because their England watch-alongs are, how can I put it, unique. You think I'm bad when I
Yeah,
do Tottenham watch-alongs, James, from my sort of how I am. They take it to another level, bless them.
I think we're going to be starting your quiz soon, Dermo. I've just jumped on there.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the first person to THFC raid it.
Yeah, there you go. So do get over there, guys, if you can. Big up to Mohammed, big up to everyone. We're live tomorrow night at 8 o'clock with the debate show. Me, Jess, Stacey, and Josh. James, look, I think you join us tomorrow night, James, 8 o'clock?
I will do my best, Dermo. I can't make 100%
No.
promise, but I will do my best to maybe try and jump on.
And it's all about owners and football owners, and do the owners care about football club? It's a really good debate because it got talking about our owners, and it spiraled from there. So I think it's an interesting. You look at owners over the years. You look at the Glazers. You look at owners at Newcastle, Arsenal, Chelsea, breaking the rules and everything. And ultras. Then you go into Europe. You've got the ultras and everything. So, guys, that is tomorrow night 8. No watch along Tuesday. There is a watch along Wednesday, England versus Argentina. I'll be doing that for you live. And then Thursday, we have, hopefully, fingers crossed, we've got Ricky from Last Word on Spurs joining us on the channel. And it's all about the De Zerbi revolution. De Zerbi breathing new life and awaken the monster that is Tottenham Hotspur. James, do you want to tell people where they can find you, sir? Apart from here,
Yeah.
which is your home.
Yes, this is my home. This is I love it. It's good to be getting some shows back under my belt. your show's starting, Dermo. They have started.
That's all right.
You can follow me on X, guys, at THFC James. So yeah, I'm over on X. I'll be honest with you, I've been a bit slacking on it. I haven't been posting as much. And I am going to improve on that, and new transfer stories and things like that. I'll be posting on them, but I'll be making sure that we break them first before I break them on my X account, or I'll be sending them to Demo and then breaking them on my X account. So please jump across there at THFC James and pick me up over there.
Yeah, hang on. I'm just doing something. Hang on. THFC RA. There we go. There. Anyway, on that bombshell, we will leave it there. Guys, thank you all for watching. Come on, you Spurs. In the mighty De Zerbi, we trust.